Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode. Today I have another sort of review for you guys. This is actually going to be more of a latest pickup video. I have a few pairs of shoes I got in the past week, some older releases from earlier this year, and I kind of just wanted to share with you guys the pickups, kind of go over some info on them, how I feel about them, and yeah, just kind of share my thoughts on these latest shoes. But before we get into the video, guys, if you guys can just hit that subscribe button and notification bell, it definitely helps this channel out a lot. So the first shoe we're going to be looking at here today is the Air Jordan Retro 4 Thunder. Now I was super excited to see these re-release. I do have the original pair, actually the first retro, which I believe was 2013. I kind of wish I had those in hand to compare these with. But just looking at them overall, definitely a lot better quality in my opinion. The nubuck definitely feels a lot nicer, nice and softer. And I'm not sure if that's just because it's a newer shoe or when I saw my previous pair, it just kind of wore down with age. So definitely excited to have these. Hoping these do last a little bit longer though as far as the midsole goes. My older pair, after I think like a couple of months of having them and wearing them, they started kind of to peel and crack. I know that's something that Jordan Brand was working on early on as far as the paint on the midsoles. A lot of Jordan Retros in that era chipped and peeled really easily, and it was kind of frustrating, especially if you were spending that kind of money to have your shoe just kind of crack after a couple of wears. But I think definitely Jordan Brand has kind of come a long way and kind of resolved that issue, because I have not seen that happen to any of my recent retros in the last 5 to 6 years. But yeah, just an overall great shoe, guys. I kind of was a little bit disappointed at first before these released because they had shown pictures of them with the white stitching on the toe box, and that to me didn't look good. So I'm glad they fixed that issue and made it true to the original. Definitely an overall nice shoe, guys. One that I haven't seen restock, unfortunately, but these are only going for a couple bucks over retail. So if you guys are interested in buying these, I'll be posting the link in the description box below, and that kind of goes for every shoe that I'm about to show you guys here as well. But yeah, Air Jordan Retro 4 Thunder. Next on my list is the Air Jordan 13 Playoffs. So I passed on these when they first came out, which I believe was in February, and I kept seeing them restock, and I just for some reason didn't pull the trigger. And I actually, before these released, really wanted the shoe because I remember these coming out back in 2010, I believe. I was in high school and I couldn't really afford to buy this shoe, even though I really wanted it back then. I just didn't have the money for it. So I ended up passing on these, and then when they released, I ended up passing on them again because I kind of wasn't really feeling it. I don't know, something inside me just told me to pass up on them. And so a few weeks ago, actually this was more like a month ago, Shop Wiz actually released these under retail, restocked them under retail. I think they were like $150, so that's actually $60 under retail, and so I just had to go and buy them. I kind of saw that as a sign to go and buy them, and I'm glad that I waited because anytime you can get a shoe under retail, it is definitely a plus. Unfortunately, since that, these have not restocked at that price, nor have I seen them restock in general. However, I do believe they're going at retail or under retail on the secondary markets. So if you guys are interested, again, I'll be posting that as well. But just an overall great shoe, guys. The leather on these is super soft and tumbly. Just a classic, one of the OG 13 colorways, and one that I'm glad that I was able to grab, the Air Jordan 13 Playoffs. And last but not least, we have the Air Jordan Retro 3 Wizards. Again, this is another shoe that I passed up on, and I'm not sure why. I kind of just didn't want them at the time, or I think in my mind, I think I just had like too many Jordan 3s, and so I didn't really need these. But after passing up on them on initial release day, I saw pictures of them, and I kind of just decided that I wanted to get them. Unfortunately, a lot of websites didn't have them in stock in my size, and I didn't really want to pay resale for them, even though it wasn't that much over retail. So I kind of waited a bit, kind of hoping that there was a random restock on any given day. And sure enough, End Clothing, which is an overseas retailer, actually restocked these. And again, I kind of felt like that was my sign to just go ahead and buy them. And so I did, and here they are, and I'm glad I didn't pass up on these. I was a huge fan of the Air Jordan 3 True Blue, which, if you guys didn't know, was inspired by these. So these were the original ones that Michael Jordan wore on court when he was playing for the Wizards. And then when they released the True Blues, it was inspired by this shoe, but they made some subtle changes, like the red on the Jordan tab and on the eyelets as well. But this was a true original inspiration behind the True Blue that released a few times already. But one thing that I do love about this shoe specifically is that copper Jumpman right there. It definitely looks nice on the shoe. Quality on the shoe is nice as well. You got that soft tumbly leather on the upper, the smooth leather towards the sides, and then you got that nice elephant print as well. Just an overall great shoe, guys. Definitely glad to buy these. I'm glad that I was able to buy them for retail and didn't kick myself later on if I had to pay resale, which honestly I probably would have later on if it wasn't that much, but I don't think I probably would have spent more than $30 or $40 over retail if I needed to. So yeah, just glad to have these in hand. Great shoe, glad I didn't sleep on them. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Just want to show you guys my latest pickups. Nothing crazy. End Clothing keeps restocking these from every now and then, so I'll be posting their link in case they do restock. Hopefully you guys have a chance to buy them there. But yeah, just an overall great bunch of shoe, guys. Glad to have them. And yeah, like always, thanks for the support. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.